have 15 minutes left.
Oh,
so guess what? We're going to get into our girl boss, our chick, our Miss Women's History. You guys,
I'm
Khadijah.
So
welcome to Let's Talk Khadijah.
Let's talk about
it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about
it.
All right, girl, let's talk.
Let's talk.
So as you may not know, Khadijah is a storytelling enthusiast.
Yes.
She loves telling stories. She's a dope videographer. She's a dope producer. She's a dope creative, a dope artist. Like, her artistry is just top notch, you guys.
Yo.
And if you haven't checked out Conqueror Movement, or just even check out all the amazing things Khadijah done poetry. Like, she is the GOAT. Check her out.
Yo, oh my God, I'm blushing.
Oh my God. So Khadijah, I'm bringing
Hello,
Second Chance here.
What's up? I'm so honored. Oh my God, the famous.
Girl, we got you.
Ooh.
So just to go ahead, who is Khadijah?
Khadijah is a video visionary, a production enthusiast, and authentic storyteller.
Oh, I was right on it, y'all.
You sure were.
And what would you say, where did your inspiration to create come from?
It definitely came from the relationship that me and my mom built over watching the news. And I say this story like all the time when people ask me about it, because like literally if you are in Williamsburg County, like Live 5 News was your news network. Like the CBS affiliate, it was it. And so I always would watch the news with her. Of course, she would always just have it on. And so I was very intrigued by it. And I was just kind of like, what's going on here? What's this? And so growing up, one of my church members, she ended up going to school for journalism. And that was the first time I ever heard about it. So I was like, well, what's going on here? And then when she, expressed, that it basically has things to do with the news and talking and communicating, and I love to talk. I love to communicate with people.
Period.
So I was like, I think that this could definitely be the path for me. And like I've always been very creative, like wrote poetry at a very young age, wrote short stories, like literally would just be passing along like fanfics in high school, just like, yo, read my stuff. Like my friends would literally just be like, we want to be in your story, so I would curate a story around all of my friends and like what they would like. So
you started in high school, went all through college, left college, became working at the news station as a producer and content creating there. What would you say kept you going? I
think just my purpose, honestly. Like my term is purposeful alignment, because I feel like you have to be aligned in your purpose. Like when God gives you something, you got to be aligned in your purpose. Like I've always been a believer that if you have a gift, it's going to make a way for you. And it says that in the Bible as well. And so I feel like that was really the main thing that kept me going. It was like I couldn't see anything past what I knew I would be able to accomplish and do. Like I knew what I would be able to, give an impact to the people that listen to me and are inspired by me, and I wanted to build something different. So I was like, I ain't gonna stop, can't stop, won't stop.
Hey,
can't stop.
Hey, can't stop. And she's not stopping.
Period.
So again, you produced, you directed, you've done it all under the sun when it comes to creating and storytelling. But what do you want to do that you haven't done yet?
I really want to either write for a TV show, or I would love to host my own talk show.
So
like I've thought about both of those in tandem. So I'm like, I would either love to be a writer, or I would love to just like have a dope talk show and bring my friends on.
So what would you be? What was your first show that you be? And would it be like a news show, or would you be like what would the show be about?
I would definitely be like more of an interview style, just like very much less news, but just more real life conversations. And that's why I'm a big fan of Second Chance and just like what you do with that platform, because it reminds me of the conversations that me and my friends have all the time. So like one of the series that I created when I was starting with Conqueror Movement was just like TCM Connects, and like that was a way where we purposely got you connected and plugged into different individuals, whether they be creative, whether they be businesses, but it was important that we shed light on people who don't always get that mainstream credit. And I feel like, you know, there's a lot of amazing talk shows, and, you know, nothing against them, but you see the same people across the same network all the time. It's never anybody that's new, people that are in the community that have a huge impact. They might not have the hugest following, but they have a huge impact. And they're always contributing, you know, back to their community, you know, pushing for just the success of Black culture, period. So I would definitely want to create a space around that, just to have, you know, real conversations, real genuine conversations about, you know, what your passion is. Like, one of my events is called Falling in Love with Your Passion. You know, what is that process like of falling in love with your passion? You know, having that relationship with your passion is not easy. It's literally like establishing a relationship with a person. So how do you stay grounded? How do you stay devoted and consistent when things happen in your life? How do you bounce back, you know, and how do you stay determined and consistent?
Great topics. Definitely great topics.
Yes.
And, you know, just staying on topic and talking about you being the topic, like, going back to what you create and how you create it, like, you've been an entrepreneur. Like, you've been a entrepreneur.
I ain't
Conqueror
new
Movement.
to it.
So I want to talk about Conqueror Movement. Like, where did that come from, and what are your plans, you know, going forward with Conqueror Movement?
Yeah, Conqueror Movement started from a rough place, very dark, deep place. I lost my grandparents my junior year of high school. And it was a very huge blow to me as an individual, because I have a very close relationship with my grandparents. And so during that time, I was just depressed about, like, my future. You know, the people that I'm doing all of this for aren't even going to make it to be able to see me, you know, be successful and do those things. And so it really hurt me for the longest time. But then I was tasked with a graphic design assignment by Mr. Fox and Mackenzie Revels. And they tasked me with just like, hey, if you have a business or an existing business, create like a dope marketing scheme for it, everything from the logo to the PR materials. And I was like, I'm going to create my own company. I'm just going to see what that looks like. And it started as an assignment, and it turned into a real thing. And it's kept me grounded ever since.
Y'all, Conquer Movement.
Yes.
So being an entrepreneur, what would you say, being in the game for so long, what has it taught you?
It's taught me that you have to expect the unexpected.
Woo!
You gotta expect the unexpected.
I drink to that.
You can have a plan, and the plan can have its own plan. So you just gotta expect the unexpected. You kind of have to move. You know, one of my favorite people says you gotta ebb and flow through life, right?
Ooh,
so you just have to. It is a bar. I hope they coin it. I hope they listening. But you really do have to go through the ebb and flows of life and really just, you know, take it for what it is and take it at face value. So every day, even though I have a plan, even though I have an intention, I'm always still kind of keeping things open just in case something happens. And it's not me jinxing it. I know a lot of people kind of have their things about that, but it's literally me being real. Like, at the end of the day, the past few years alone have been major curveballs in my life. So I have to really, you know, channel that energy of how do I bounce back? How do I grow from that?
What tips or advice would you give someone when it comes to bouncing back? And when I say bounce back, I'm talking about like trying to find their self again, or find their voice or their path in their passion.
Yeah, something that I have started implementing, which has been a huge lifesaver and help in my life, is you have to add yourself on your own to-do list. It is so important, whether you work a 9 to 5, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you are a full-time parent. You have to add yourself some way, somehow on your own to-do list, because you just never know what that simple moment of the day will do for you. You don't know. You just don't understand. This is what I need. And you know, but that's why self-care has become such a popular topic, right? Because a lot of people, they don't get enough of it. And the reality of the situation is America wasn't built for us to take care of ourselves.
Nope.
We are in a space where we constantly have to work and we constantly have to figure things out, especially financially, and that could be the roughest burden on anybody. So definitely taking that time for yourself, being grounded, being intentional. Intention is everything. You have to know your purpose. You have to know what your intention is. You have to know what your overall goal is.
I pray to God all the time and say, God,
you have to
position me in my purpose.
You have to.
When you position me in my purpose, give me, you know, the way to move.
Yes.
In my purpose. Like, I don't want to fumble no bags.
Period.
I don't want to fumble my purpose.
Period.
Because what God will take what you fumble and give it to somebody else.
And he will.
Then you look at them, you like,
who's ready for it, right? So you got to stay ready, so you don't got to get ready.
Hey,
and a part of staying ready is just being intentional about everything that you do and just being a core part of that process.
Right. I mean, also being a black goddess as yourself. And, you know, I think females, it's better now in the media industry.
Oh, it is.
But it used to be, y'all used to have to deal with colorism.
Yes.
Being a female. And then that's when the angry black female came about.
Yes.
So, like, what has being a black woman in the media industry also taught you? Or how has that process or journey been?
We are some resilient people, yo. Like, when I think about the people before me that have just paved the way for where I'm at now, and the people that are my age that are out there hustling, grinding, you know, trying to make a way. We talk about it all the time. There's a lot of people that feel intimidated by your success, especially as a woman in this industry. It's a male-dominated industry. Like, let's just be real. So coming in, you basically have to have everything on lock.
They didn't get there. They didn't start getting the respect until they changed their appearance. Now they're very talented. Very talented. But until they started putting on lipstick, putting their lashes on, then they got respected. And it's like, y'all have to deal with a lot.
So much. It's almost like we have to wake up and be perfect.
Right.
And that's something I struggle with all the time because you know me, friend. I'm real laid back. I pop out every once in a while.
And when she pops out, you be like, wow!
Like every once in a while the pop out is there, but it's like, who wants to be perfect all the time? Who wants to like have to do 1,000 different responsibilities and also look the part and also, you know, try to tell somebody why we should be hired for certain roles? I mean, it does get exhausting. It could get exhausting for anyone on top of what you already face.
And they say actions speak louder than words.
Yes.
But I think with females, appearance speak louder than words. And that's sad.
It is.
Oh, that's so sad.
It is.
That is sad, yo. So far, what would you say have been the highlight of your career?
Okay, the highlight of my career, I have so many different accolades. I've worked on
let them know.
You know, working for CBS, CNN, NPR, Revolt, Summit. I mean, the list goes on.
For real.
But I would say the highlight of my career, I would say two things. So the first highlight would be coming up with the idea for the Falling in Love with Your Passion event.
Yes,
that actually just started from a car conversation that me and my best friend had, and we were at a stage where I think he was like 2 years out of college. I had just gotten out of college and just started my career with CBS, and I was just like, you know, it's hard sticking with your passion when you have responsibilities, when you have daily things going on. So how do you remain in love with your passion? And that conversation sparked, how many other people feel like this? And we literally just popped up at a coffee shop, told them the idea, and they said, you could have the space for free. We want you to just show up. And when I say, it was my first year in Charleston, I did not know anybody outside of my best friend. We had a packed house of at least 50 people in that room. Just our first event alone. So that was the I guess just the realization that, yo, my stuff is really impacting people. Like, you hear it all the time, and it's like, okay, all right, whatever. But when you see it, when you see it, and people still talk about that moment to this day, and I'm just like, oh my God, this is a real thing. That, and also just creating opportunities to do great work under my platform that has opened the door for me to be in rooms I didn't even expect to be in.
Say so.
Like, I love it.
We love you, Khadijah.
I love you.
What is next for you? What is next for Conqueror Movement?
Yes. So I will reveal an exclusive. So Falling in Love with Your Passion is returning this year, and we will be in 3 cities. So it is going to be a busy year for you, girl, but we are excited to bring this back. It's been beyond time, and I think also just the nature of everything that's going on, we kind of need this safe space in this conversation.
Yes.
Outside of that, definitely, looking into a lot more production and just being able to just like serve our community in the best ways possible. I would love to establish more partnerships with different content studios here, being able to curate different events and different just like content mixers and things like that. And also just on a deeper level, helping people to get into those rooms that they're looking for, right? So, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not where I want to be just yet, but the stuff that I do have and what I can pass on, I want to pay it forward. I do.
Girl, we're paying forward right now. Let everybody know your contacts and how they can stay tuned with everything you have going on and everything Conqueror Movement.
Yes, so you guys can definitely follow my production page at Conqueror Movement. That's CONQUEROR Movement, y'all. And y'all can definitely check out our brand new website, www.conquerormovement.com. And if you are interested in any content ideas, we do operate in the Atlanta area, the South Carolina area, and the Florida area. So you can email us at iconquer2012@gmail.com.
Alright, y'all. So y'all tap in with your girl.
Tap in, y'all.
Definitely
excited about this. Oh, friends,
listen, y'all.
Special.
Listen, y'all. That has been our first one for Women's History Month. Why not start at home? That's what people do. They want to go outside now. It's right here.